If I'm not mistaken, it's the defense that has a former juror from her first trial working with them, right?
That is right, because don't forget the first set of jurors, that was a hung jury. Well, bit of an argument, though, as to whether or not they decided not guilty on some, but still facing all of the trial charges. Here, I think it's going to be a battle of the experts, and a very, very technical one, that is. On Friday, they put on some of their first witnesses, and with an engineer who is a reconstruction expert of that crash. And we're talking about the differences of little milliseconds, where, well, did the accident happen at 12:32 and 09 milliseconds, or was it 12:32 and 29 milliseconds? We're really getting down to the nitty-gritty here, but we may see witnesses who testified in the first trial, but not the second trial. Former Officer Michael Proctor was not a witness by the prosecution in this trial, as he was in the first one. Maybe the defense calls him. But also there's the question of whether or not Karen Reed takes this stand. I think the major difference there being a lot of her interviews and docuseries have been played in this trial. I think on the steps of the courthouse she said TBD as to whether or not she'll testify, but it's her right to do so. She may or may not.
Well, on that point, she didn't testify in that first trial, but now you're saying she potentially could. Could this help her? What do you think?
So she could always testify. It is everyone's constitutional right to plead the fifth and not testify, or get up there and testify. And I think what's unique about this second trial is, again, because a lot of her interviews were played in the trial, she might want to get up there and set the record straight in a way that she did it in the first trial. She might say, okay, when I was talking about this in this interview, I was simply opining. I wasn't saying what I did or didn't do. But this is very much a case of the government hasn't proven their case.